The Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar III, has asked politicians to confront and address issues of insecurity, poverty and unemployment troubling the country. This was part of his remarks while receiving the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and leader of the party, who were at his palace for a courtesy visit after a presidential rally in Gusau, Zamfara State. The Sultan urged politicians to commit themselves to a peaceful election and also keep to their campaign promises if elected into office. He also encouraged security agencies to ensure they play a non-partisan role in the coming elections.
I believe whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, when you read such things, you will be guided in handling the affairs of the humanity Almighty Allah placed on your shoulders, because you are going to account for this leadership Almighty Allah has given you, whether it's at home, at your family level, local community levels, or whatever level you find yourself. So whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, you need to have good leadership to thrive, to be good to each other, and to serve God Almighty who created you to worship Him.
The Sultan of Sokoto, Al-Haji Sa'ad Abubakar III. You're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, live from Lagos. Time now for sports news with Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks, Gimba. As part of efforts to ensure the successful hosting of the 20th National Sports Festival, billed to be hosted by Edo State in March 2020, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Solomon Dalong, on behalf of the federal government, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the state government. The minister says he's optimistic that Edo State has enough facilities to host a successful festival. Abendel Insurance this evening recorded their first win in the Nigeria Professional Football League, thanks to a 1-0 victory against reigning champions Lobi Stars of Makurdi. The visitors held the host to a goalless draw in the first half of the University of Benin football pitch. However, the deadlock was broken on the 68th minute of the second half by Insurance's captain Charles Omokaro. A Flying Eagles coach Paul Aigbogu insists his team remain focused as they are just one game away from securing a World Cup time. The 7-time Under-20 African champions face South Africa in their second Group A match of the Under-20 AFCON in Niamey on Tuesday evening, needing an outright win to qualify for the semi-finals and secure a spot at the 2019 FIFA Under-20 World Cup with a game in hand. That's sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
In stories outside of Nigeria now, Venezuela's opposition leader Juan Guaido has promised, dismissed warnings by President Nicolas Maduro that a civil war could result from the country's political crisis. During a speech today, he said that there was no possibility of a civil war in Venezuela. Quote, "It is a Maduro invention." End of quote. At least 16 countries have officially recognized Guaido as the country's interim president, and many have issued statements calling on Maduro to hold new elections. Maduro still retains powerful allies, most notably China and Russia, who has accused EU countries of interfering in Venezuela's affairs and attempting to legitimize usurped power. And the main news again, the appeal court today ordered stay of execution on the High Court ruling which barred the All Progressives Congress, the APC, from fielding candidates in the forthcoming general elections in Rivers State. And that's been the news at 10 tonight. On behalf of all of us here, have a splendid night rest. I'm Gimba Umar. Good night.